Welcome to In Exile. Here, Geraldo Rivera still remains employed for just a few more seconds at Fox News. And they're asking the question, can you militarize the southern border?
During the Trump administration, the United States did not take military action. You can't take military action. It's not the days of the imperialists.
Overall, though, if you're not about this family, but about the 100,000 that are dying from fentanyl.
So that is the body count, is 100,000. Does that justify military intervention at the southern border? This is an important argument, and I think it's more complicated and odd than you think. We're going to flush it out right here.
It's a horrible, horrible situation, but you have to have the Mexican government working with you. I think the way to threaten the way that you can, no, you cannot. I agree with you.
Geraldo is saying you can't trust the Mexican government, but you also can't go to the military. Both he makes a good point, and so do the people that say we have to put the military down there because it's so big and the body count is so big.
But you've got to get if you attack Mexico, the Mexican government or the Mexican people will rise up against you. The better idea, I think, is to use trade, squeeze, as Trump at times did. He used it effectively in terms of immigration.
Oh, it's Geraldo who said he would never support Trump again. Will he support Trump if he would be the only one that would fight the war on drugs at the southern border? And then versus would he support Biden, who opened up the border?
But I think you've really got to make it clear to the Mexican people that it is in their vested interest to do the best they can to provide information to honest cops.
But military has to be on the table, Geraldo.
The U.S. military?
Yes.
Okay, here goes. This is my people on the right saying pro-military activity. These are all the people, remember, during the current war going on today, these are the people saying, can't fund it, need accountability, pull out, not my son, don't send my son. Now they're saying, oh, Mexico? Let's go to war.
Put it on the table.
The history of imperialism in Latin America runs very deep. And to use the military against a Latin American country would be virtually impossible.
We did it in Colombia.
It would be like with the Colombian consent in a civil war that had divided the country. I was there. I was in Colombia with U.S. forces in the Colombian jungle.
And still not doing cocaine?
That was a guilty laugh. But Geraldo's point is interesting because Colombia, we supported that one, sending arms, because we were in concert with their government. So really, he just answered his own questions. We just need the Mexican government to be okay with us militarizing the border, get their consent. Here's Geraldo nervously laughing about his cocaine use.
I never. Okay. I don't never, but
he goes, oh, well, maybe not never. I appreciate the honesty, buddy. Maybe not never.
Virtually never. Virtually never.
Virtually never. I have never used it. That doesn't make me better than you. I'm only saying. I like how he goes, well, almost never, virtually never. That's a yes. Fox News, make Geraldo Rivera pee in a cup right now.
It's not really an either or thing. I mean, what we're talking about is trying to make the cost of doing business nearly impossible. Right. So that is like, there's no risk for them to do this. We need to create a risk. And the only way you can do that is threat of death.
And is the only way to do that through the military? This is where you come in. Let me know in the comments below. Be respectful. Would you be okay with military involvement with sending your son over to defend the southern border? Simple question. I'm Doug in Exile.